very chilly out there this morning.
Yeah,
oh my
freezing.
gosh.
A lot of frost on the cars.
White
hacking
everywhere.
away at the windshield with window scrapers this morning.
You always got to tack on an extra minute or two to kind of get it clear.
Or 3 or 4, yes.
Yeah. You're like, come on, defroster. Yeah, that's going to be an ongoing trend for us over the next several mornings. That's thanks to the bright blue sunny skies that we get to experience during the afternoon hours and giving us some spectacular sunset views out over the Pacific Northwest. Our mountain peaks looking mighty fine. Mount St. Helens covered in a fresh layer of snow that's been sticking around over the past several days as we have seen very little in the form of moisture fall over our region. Now, with those sunsets getting earlier and earlier, we hit the tipping point tomorrow, December 3rd, our earliest sunset of the entire year. We stick with that 427 sunset for the next 13 days, all the way through December 15th. And then we actually start adding on a little extra time, seeing those sunsets get a little bit later. By about the first day of winter on December 21st, it will be at 4:30. Yeah, that's just a couple of minutes, but you got to keep in mind that those early morning sunrises are going to continue to get later as well. But by the time we get to December 21st, that's when we start expanding our daylight hours once again as we work our way towards the summer solstice. So we are at the tipping point tomorrow with our earliest sunset of the year. And that allows for those cooler temperatures to start to settle their way back into our area a little bit earlier in the day, falling back already to the freezing mark out towards Salem, 40s and upper 30s found out along the coastline. After our daytime highs, we're about 10 degrees warmer here in the Rose City as opposed to Salem. That's all due to that fog layer that really kind of clipped off right there at Wilsonville or so as the skies opened up here in the Portland-Vancouver metro area. You can still see it lingering out towards the southern sections of the Willamette Valley as the valley fills back up with the poor air quality. And with those freezing temperatures and the fog developing, that's why the National Weather Service has gone ahead and issued a freezing fog advisory for much of the Willamette Valley. This does not include Portland, does not include Vancouver, but some slick spots along I-5 are a possibility late tonight after midnight and through the early morning hour commute. All thanks to the stagnant air that still remains overhead as our air quality continues to suffer with that inversion layer starting to take shape. But as far as the air quality goes right now, we got a lot of those green dots through the metro area. It's further south, again, where that fog layer is allowing for all of that pollutants to be trapped, where we are falling back to the moderate level. Visibility now suffering in places like McMinnville, falling back to about 7 miles. The rest of us steering clear of that as the patchy fog develops late tonight into tomorrow. Again, it's more widespread fog further south of about Wilsonville or so into Marion, Lynn, Benton County. That's where we do expect to see some easterly winds to help gradually warm things back up again by the time we get to Wednesday morning, but patchy fog still a possibility to start the day off as the sunshine takes over once more. We can thank the ridge of high pressure that's been building over the western half of the country for the lack of new weather systems moving through and kind of mixing up our atmosphere as we expect it to still sit overhead even into about Thursday until we get this little short wave right here. That's going to allow for a little bit of that moisture to find its way back into our area, which is what we need to see because December is typically our wettest month of the year. And that also comes with a slightly cooler trend. 33 degrees, that's where we expect to fall to tonight as the patchy fog develops up and down the I-5 corridor. Our 7-day forecast gives us 2 more dry, sunny days, at least by the afternoon hours for the Portland area. But you'll notice that our temperatures gradually start to warm back up. Mid-50s for Friday. That's going to take us into Saturday as well as the on-again, off-again rain showers really start to move their way back into our region. That's a sight we like to see, although we were with a surplus of rain in November, so we'll take a few dry days.
Yeah, these dry days have really been nice, especially falling on the holidays the way they did. Yeah, thanks, Josh.
Yep.